Well, welcome everybody to today's Business Spotlight series. My name's Todd Rodden. I'm a certified business and executive coach with Aspire Action Coach based out of the Dayton, Ohio area, Southwest Ohio. Today, I have the distinct honor to have the co-founders of Tumble here with me, Jeffrey Caldwell and Charles Wheeler, also here based in the Dayton area. We're going to talk about their entrepreneurial journey. I think you'll find it an interesting story of two long-term friends coming together, identifying a need in the marketplace that wasn't being met, and jumping in with both feet for both of them into solving that need and creative ways to launch their business that they've been at for close to 3 years now. So if you're a first time viewer of this channel, encourage you to like and also subscribe to the channel. That way you'll get future updates, you'll get messages as we have not only great entrepreneurs like Jeffrey and Charles, but future interviews and spotlights as well. And this is a great forum to learn from other business owners and entrepreneurs like we have here with us today. So with that in mind, take a minute and have Jeffrey and Charles briefly introduce themselves and maybe take turns, kind of talk through how you got started. What is Tumble, their laundry and dry cleaning service business here in the area, and how they got started, and a little bit about their journey. So Charles, if you don't mind, I'll start with you, and then Jeffrey, you could chime in.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be on here and join you, Todd. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to be on the Spotlight series. Jeffrey and I have known each other for many years. I don't even want to take the time to consider, but it goes back to high school. So we can definitely say at least 6+ years. And we were college roommates. We played lacrosse together back in high school. And the business got started as essentially identifying a need, and then also just having the courage and the hustle to begin pursuing that, filling that gap and finding a solution to that need. So there was one evening I was working for a delivery service in Oxford called Oxford to You as a student at Miami University. And a busy night, and typically as a student you want to find time to unwind and do things outside of your studies, work. And so Jeffrey and I were just hanging out watching some basketball, and at that time I also had some laundry to do, and I was just telling Jeff, we were just chopping it up talking, and I mentioned to Jeffrey that, like, I don't want to do my own laundry. I got done working, got studying to do and things like that. I'd much rather just watch basketball for the evening, and just had an idea of, like, dang, it'd be really nice if someone could wash my clothes, dry my clothes, fold my clothes, and then bring it back home to me. And so Jeffrey, being the entrepreneur that he is, and very ambitious, he posed the idea to me that this is something that we should pursue and consider starting up as a business for ourselves. And we did do a deep dive in research into the market and just seeing what the industry looked like. I think at that time it was probably 2018. And we did do a deep dive into the industry and didn't see many key players in the space, but there was potential to grow. CAGR was very high. I think out to 2030, it was expected to grow about 25% or so. And so we definitely wanted to get in early on that opportunity and take advantage of being early players in the space and building it out from there. And so since then, we have worked on our business and building it out. And we've had wonderful opportunities where we've received PR, we've received funding via grants, and also won multiple pitch competitions. And so that piece for us was definitely like the confirmation that this is something possible and something that can be very successful for us. Just being able to go in front of different avenues and venues where we pitch our business to them, and they're supporters of us, and then they're also funding our business. That was very nice for us, and like I said, it definitely confirmed that we had something, and so we've just been working on building that out from there. And as you had mentioned, this is later in the second year. We are currently about to be in our third year as of December 20th of this year. So we're approaching that date very soon, and we're very hopeful for what the year 2024 will hold for us.
Jeffrey, anything to add to that?
I think Charles covered most of it. Other than my name is Jeffrey Caldwell. I've known Charles, like you said, for a number of years, and it's just been an amazing opportunity to actually dig into an actual business and see what we can do. Use our determination, our skills, and our mindfulness to, grow an organization and take it to the top of what it can possibly be. So we're just excited to be able to do that.
So given that the two of you are a partnership, you're in this together, how do you juggle the many hats that you often wear as business owners, kind of between the two of you? Do you have differences in each other's roles?
For sure. I always like to say that we're kind of like the Shaq and Kobe of the business world, but we both enjoy to going at it as hard as we possibly can, without having to worry about the workouts and everything. But, it's really cool that I can count on Charles to get, anything done. We were actually just last night working on data sheets in order to expand out the business in 2024. And, I could count on Charles to knock that work out and get it done without even have to asking twice or worrying about if it's even done. So to have someone like that in your corner, a true brother that is going to have your back no matter what, is something that I know a lot of business owners wish they had in a business partner. And I'm just lucky enough and blessed enough to have that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. We have had a wonderful working relationship where the two of us believe in the vision and are definitely determined to achieve a goal with it. And we just step in where the needs to be filled. We step in the space for each other there because life happens. There's definitely times where one of us needs to take a step away and do something else. But like Jeffrey stated, we can count on each other to pick up the slack for one another. And for me as well, it's definitely been encouraging because in a way, this was just an idea that I didn't even consider like turning into a business. It was just some friendly conversation, and to have someone see the potential in it and then stick with it all the way up until this point is definitely a blessing. And definitely try to remind Jeffrey, like, hey, man, I appreciate you all the time because this is something that, I didn't even consider going to this point. But it's very helpful to have someone on my side that's committed as well.
So when you think of your business, like who do you primarily serve? Who are your target customers for your services?
That's easy. Anybody that hates to do laundry, that's the fun. See, right there, we got a new customer just like that.
It's
So
that easy.
it's just that's the fun part about it. And then we're also expanding out into the commercial side. So businesses, small mom and pop organizations or small businesses that are looking for another small business to work with, or, don't have quite enough of a scale to go with a economy linens or a Centos linens, or looking for someone to work with. We've had great success working with small massage therapists as well as catering and linen companies. And as a matter of fact, we've had an opportunity to wash and launder Dayton's Flight Academy, a new school that just opened up here, and it has given us an opportunity to wash their uniforms for the last 2 football seasons. So we're having great success with expanding out those commercial markets and reaching those residential markets that don't like doing laundry themselves.
So what is it, to build on that, what is it that separates Tumble from any other laundry services then? Why do they choose you?
For sure. I think it's more than anything of our community atmosphere. We really believe in the community and we want to put our best foot forward and do everything that we can possibly do for a community that's done so much for us. And as a matter of fact, we created the Tumble Initiative where we donate a single article of clothing for every order that we complete. With that, we've partnered with organizations such as Clothes That Works and Goodwill to make that possible, to make sure that, we're actively supporting the community more than anything. And we try to make sure that that's part of our mission. So I think that's one thing that they like, the fact that we're so community driven and we really wanted to be a part of the Miami Valley community.
Yeah, and then also to expound on that, it is definitely customer first. We pride ourselves upon being as convenient as possible because this is a luxury leisure service where typically people do their own laundry, but we have to appeal to them and make it more convenient to them that it's worthwhile contracting someone out and outsourcing your laundry to us as opposed to doing it at home. A lot of the bigger players in the market, they sign you on to contracts. That's not something we have at play at this current moment in time. And I don't think we have any intentions on doing any contracts. So we allow people to go day by day, order by order, or month by month. We do have a subscription plan that is monthly, and they pay the monthly fee for that subscription plan. And then you also have savings on that. So you get a savings on your per pound rate with that monthly subscription. And then in addition to that, we also are, like Jeffrey just said, trying to build out the community. We're young entrepreneurs trying to breathe new life into this industry. It is definitely an older industry when you look at the laundry and dry cleaning space. So we're bringing some fresh new ideas with our technology and our definitely our charm and our charisma.
So to build up on that, but is there one thing you wish people knew more about your business?
Yeah, just myself, I would love for people to know that it's actually here
Here.
and that you could stop doing your own laundry. That is the biggest thing with us as an overall industry is trying to break away from the old model of I can do my own laundry. Well, I have a washer and dryer. Why don't I just do my own laundry? Well, during this day and age, your time is much more valuable than you spending it on doing laundry. Like Charles said, we're here. Go ahead and send it to us. You know, spend time with your kids, your family, do the things you actually want to do, and let us worry about the laundry portion. Let us worry about if it's fold crispy or if it smells really good. You know, let us handle that for you. That'll be one less thing off of your plate. So that's one thing I know I would really love for everyone to know.
Absolutely. I echo that statement 100%. And it also helps just for people to see and put a face to a name because we oftentimes get customers that are intrigued by the concept. But then there's that trust factor that kind of limits things. But once we've had customers come on board with us, they get addicted almost immediately and become return customers because that's typically how we've had most of our business is by word of mouth and then also just repeat business and return customers.
Okay. Well, that leads right into talking more about marketing, how you get that message out, how do you build that awareness? So, how do you guys think about marketing? How do you budget for that? Like, do you have a certain percentage of revenues you allocate for marketing? What are some of the better marketing channels you utilized, and how do you know they're working?
A majority. Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead, Charles. No, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So a majority of our marketing definitely comes by way of word of mouth. In the first year and a half, we did have a budget set aside where we would allocate money towards Facebook ads, trying to do paid advertising through newsletters and things like that. And for at least for me personally, I didn't feel like we had the return on our investment oftentimes with it. I will specifically speak towards Facebook ads. I don't know what was going on there, but there's a lot of bots and stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe now that it's Meta, it might be different, but I don't have much faith in that. Um, but still, so we kind of stepped back from doing things like that. And we just depend upon our repeat customers to put the word out there. We do a lot of flyers, though. We have printed off flyers, post those in our laundromats that we're partnered with. And then just look for opportunities like this to go on business spotlights. We had a wonderful opportunity with the Wright State University. They got our ad out there by way of the news broadcast. We got help from Launch Dayton by way of our pitch competition. So just doing the hard work has definitely helped us get free marketing and advertising. Being around, being present, and making sure that our quality of work is high has helped us tremendously and saved us marketing dollars. We're also thankful that one of our laundromat partners, they have allocated a piece of their budget towards things like SEO Google AdWords for us. And so we're very appreciative of those opportunities as well. I think it comes from, like I stated, us just being charming gentlemen, and we're genuine as well. The connections have certainly taken us very far.
I second everything Charles said. That is extremely effects. Our quality and our product has definitely done the marketing for us. We really push to make sure that we're providing everyone with the best quality of laundry that we possibly can. In fact, that's one thing we want people to say. We would rather have Tumble wash our clothes than, myself wash our clothes. I trust those guys more than I trust myself. And that goes a long way when speaking with friends and family. So that's been excellent marketing for us, word of mouth, and great quality in our product.
So as you look back now over the last approaching 3 years on your journey, what's been the biggest roadblock you've had to overcome, and how did you get past that? How did you overcome that?
It's a commitment.
Yeah.
That's the biggest one that sticks out immediately for me. Jeffrey and I both work full time, and we do this within the time that we have with our jobs as well. Oftentimes sacrificing lunch, oftentimes sacrificing hanging out with friends, going out, doing whatever it may be, things that we would like to do in our free time, sacrificing those things. And it speaks to the faith that we have in something like this as well. And so, yeah, it's been a huge commitment for us. It's not easy for someone to work 8 hours at a job and then go to a facility and also churn out 4 more hours doing that. And that's essentially been us every day, every week for the past 2 years. So that's why I'm big on just letting them know, like, hey, I appreciate you, man, because I know I work hard, but to have someone alongside me that's going to work just as hard, it's a huge blessing.
Same here, man. It's such, just the dedication that we both show every day, and the grit and the grind that we're willing to do in order to make sure that we're successful. I think that's the main reason why I have to say, there's always challenges. Every day brings about a new challenge, and there's always something that needs to get done. So it's just us having the courage to push through. And like Charles said, I'm blessed to have a brother like him to make it a little bit easier, and one more person that helped shoulder the load, and I don't have to do it by myself. So that helps push those challenges to the back burner and not worry about those as much. So
Absolutely. One other thing I want to add too, though, is we've also had there's a hurdle in the beginning stages of like trying to acquire customers. I had spoke to it in the previous question, is gaining that trust with the customers. So I think typically, at least with our society, is the woman typically does laundry, not to be sexist, but I feel like that's how people typically look at things. And to have two young men approach you like, hey, we can do your laundry for you.
Yeah.
There's definitely that hurdle, because some people are like, what do you guys know about laundry? Like, is it going to come back clean? Is it going to smell nice? Is it going to be neatly folded? And then when you see that blue bag and you open it up, it's essentially like Christmas, because you get all your clothes neatly folded up in a plastic bag. You take them right out of the bag. You can put them into your dresser, or if you want to hang them up, we can do that for you too. And that just speaks to our quality of work and our commitment to putting out a quality product, because this is our namesake, and we want to have the Tumble brand be associated with good quality. So there is that hurdle when it comes to acquiring customers, because like Jeffrey stated, a lot of people don't want to give someone else their laundry to do. It's kind of a personal thing for a lot of people. And then they're like, well, I have a washer and dryer at home. Why should I pay you guys? Well, take this blue bag, fill it up, and then you'll come back and see why.
So you guys, great examples there. The started in the throes of COVID, navigated changes there, right? You've got, like I said, some cultural things to overcome as well. Like, hey, what are these guys talking to me about laundry, kind of thing. So you've gotten to this point. Where you see the business going from here? You look 3-5 years down the path. What's your dream for this?
Oh man, we're really excited. We're hoping that 2024 is going to be a really big year for us, with hiring more people onto staff, handling some of the production things that we need, as well as some other opportunities for staffing more people. We're also looking at some growth opportunities with a few other partners and growing out our business a little bit more with a few more physical locations. So we're really excited about that. And, we just want to continue expanding out our opportunities to other businesses. If you do have a business that requires laundry services or dry cleaning services, give us a call. We'd love to extend out our partnership and figure out something for the year of 2024. We really want to hit the ground running and grow as much as we possibly can. We've got a lot of opportunities in this year, so we want to take full advantage of for sure.
As you think forward around that growth, you talked to them about around team. What are some of your thoughts? How are you envisioning going now from pivoting from the two of you? What type of roles, what type of skills do you think you're going to need?
Yeah. We're definitely going to need people that are driven and highly capable, people that want to put in the hard work and understand the process of grit. Folding laundry is an extremely physical job. I know it might, for people that do the laundry themselves, they know that for sure. It can be a very grueling, long process of staying in there, watching the machines, folding everything. So we need someone that's willing to stick it out with us and willing to push through those hard times of sometimes being bored, but willing to help us out and grow the business. We're also looking for individuals that are willing to manage as well and may have some talents with managing of locations and processes. As we expand out with new locations, we will need to install people to oversee processes and procedures at those locations.
All right, so if I could give you some magic powder, right, and you could sprinkle that on one area, one challenge you have in the business, and one area only, and it would fix that one challenge, what would you do with that magic dust?
Ooh, 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 ooh. It's a fantastic question. I think we're gonna hit two different areas, so I'll just take one, and I know he's gonna come back with another great.
Yeah.
So I would channel our magic dust in the marketing department. Marketing is one of those things, and I'll take it from two sides. So specifically, starting with social media and online marketing, that's something where you have to consistently post. And with something like this, you also want to have your product in front of people. Well, not even just something like this. In general, you want to have your product in front of people so they can physically see what you're selling, what your quality is, and they want to constantly see that as well, because there may be that one day where somebody's like, dang, I don't want to do my laundry. And then here you are, you pop up in the algorithm, they find your post, and then they're like, well, this is perfect timing. Like, I can call these guys and get my laundry done. And then the physical marketing side as well is so we've had a great opportunity where some days we are just in the laundromat working, and there's somebody that comes in with a massive order of towels, or they're coming in with a massive order of bed sheets and stuff like that. And it's an opportunity to market ourselves. So we need someone physically in these locations as well to market our business out, because there are some people that come into the laundromat that kind of get tired of doing it. So they're like, man, I've been doing this for years, and I need a break from it. And you may be there, and you can just let them know, like, hey, this is an opportunity for you to take some time off, regain some of your time actually, and then you can outsource your laundry services to someone else. So just being able to get in front of people's faces constantly is something that would greatly help us out. Being at some of these vendor fairs and small business workshops, networking, all of those things. So I would definitely take the marketing side.
If on my portion, I would definitely say if we could expand out our staff, if we could have magic dust in order to do that, so that we can take care of those opportunities and having people on site to handle some of those, chances of interacting and mingling with customers to build out that trust. So people are willing to go ahead and give us their laundry, or, go out to the trade shows like Charles was speaking of, or give us more of an opportunity to make other commercial deals and other opportunities. That would be a huge thing off of both of our plates, and an opportunity to actually grow Tumble beyond us just doing the physical labor and us constantly handling all the hats that we're currently doing.
Yeah, essential to get that point where then you guys can focus on the true growth strategies as well as the day-to-day. That's, common with startups everywhere, right? Is how do you make that pivot, right? So
Right.
great. So before we go to the final question of the day, how can folks connect with you? Where can they learn more about you? How can they best connect with you, follow you guys? Where would you recommend they go?
We have an amazing website that's been built out. It's called, you would just go to tumblego.com. That is TUMBLEGO.com. And on that website, you'll be able to see all our services. You'll be able to read some blog posts about us and learn about different, just learn a little bit more about ourselves and what our journey has been. And then additionally, if you want to put in any requests for commercial orders, or just check out our social media pages, you can have access to all of that. Our social media pages, we are active on Facebook and Instagram, so all of the Meta platforms. Our Instagram is going to be 2 underscores and then the word tumbled. So that's TUMBLED. And then our Facebook page is Tumble Go. That's TUMBLEGO. And so definitely check us out there. We also have a LinkedIn page, and LinkedIn is also Tumble Go.
Great. Encourage folks to go check those out and learn a lot more.
Yes, and send in some orders if you don't like doing laundry. Go ahead, give it to us, folks.
Take a break.
Yes, indeed.
And I would say to folks listening, definitely take advantage of that. Look at especially their services. They provide a very thorough listing of the different services they provide, pricing, as well as some of the membership subscription type services as well. So check that out. Final question though, for each of you, what is most inspiring to you today? What really inspires you? So I'll call up Jeffrey first.
Well, I just got some fantastic family news. One of my close family members is actually going to be retiring within the month in 2024 and taking on an early retirement. So that inspired me to go ahead and keep pushing with this Tumble project, and know one day I may have the opportunity to go ahead and do an early retirement as well. So that is always motivating, and yes, indeed.
Absolutely. I would say I'm inspired by our growth to this point. Looking back through our financials and comparing year 1 to year 2, and then also seeing where we could head in year 3. Just seeing that consistent growth and the fact that our phones are still ringing, websites still coming through with orders. That's inspiring to me, because it just started out as one little comment of, dang, I wish there was this service that existed. And it's grown into something that has not only put money into our pockets, but it's been something that has allowed us to put money in the pockets of some friends and some family members, and individuals that need that. And then we've also been able to give people their time back. So it's always a blessing to be able to bless others. And our hard work has certainly done that for us. And then we've also been able to give back to the community. We give back to the community by way of the Tumble Initiative, like Jeffrey mentioned, give back some clothes. And then we've worked with other small businesses in the area, so that we're fueling economic growth, and that's a blessing.
Yes, indeed.
For sure. Outstanding. Well, again, thank you to both of you for sharing your story, the Tumble story, your 3 years now on that path, and excited for what lies ahead as well. So encourage the viewers today, go check them out at tumblego.com, also on Instagram and their Facebook pages as well. They have a great discount for a first-time order. And as I mentioned, give back to the community with donating much needed clothes to those in need in our area. So again, thanks to both of you sharing your stories. Thanks to the viewers for joining us today. Remember to subscribe if you haven't to the Business Spotlight series for other great business learning opportunities ahead, such as what we had today. So thank you all and have a terrific day.